only Holly and Andrew would deliberately ask people to insult them at their wedding. I'm sure a year from now, or maybe 2, they're going to be telling people, since they're the hipsters they are, we did wedding roasts before they were cool.
So, disclaimer for the guests, Andrew told me to keep the swearing and the sex jokes to a minimum, which cuts out roughly 99% of the things I was going to say. What you're left with is relatively benign, but come see me later. I'll tell you a story about his formative years, which, despite his lack of hair, are still ongoing.
Before I met Holly, I was as innocent as Hannah Montana, Britney Spears before 2007, Aaron Carter's I Want Candy song. You get the idea now. So I was pretty innocent. Then I met Holly and Courtney in 9th grade of high school, and I learned to twerk, drop it like it's hot. I ate pizza rolls for the first time in my life. And I was introduced to late night HBO porn.
I can only credit the lonely freshman working at the Grand Valley filling out the housing assignments for putting me next to this monster in the dorms. He introduced me to many things, mostly unmentionable due to the rules and stipulations put upon us for this roast. Such things as screamo music, the Superman dance move, the art of falling asleep in 2 minutes and drooling all over the floor, flannel onesies with butt flaps for the times you simply cannot hold it. And the best one, the crowd pleaser, the elephant thong, which I am certain has made more than one appearance at our household get-togethers in college. You never fail to liven up the party. For instance, scarring my now wife one evening with when you, quote-unquote, didn't puke, but burped and stuff came out.
Your poor parents. They are the most... Yes, please. There's one. They are the most saint-like people I've ever met before, for the sole fact that they didn't murder you when you were growing up. Instead of murdering you, they decided to have Adam. Try and... Tried to bring some balance to the world. He's everything you aren't. Smart, respectful, kind, calm, caring, good-looking, smart, good-looking, kind, good-looking, smart. Really trying to drive that home.
Guy after guy after guy after guy. I mean, you get the idea. We ever wondered if Holly would ever find the one. If the one is such a thing. I mean, I don't know. But then I was introduced to Andrew. And believe me, he was just as bald 4 years ago. I mean, Holly, what were you thinking?
Holly and Andrew met at Pine Rest, which is a mental health facility, and surprising as it is, they were employees, not residents. Blew my mind. I know. Though Andrew did not want a girlfriend. We've all heard this story 1,000 times. Andrew didn't want a date, but Holly's a stage 5 clinger, and she somehow weaseled her way in, and she got him to take her on a date. Her persistence just shows how much she likes large, bald, loud men with beards who love beer. Her standards are really, really high.
As the years went on and his head aged more rapidly, one thing was for sure. He began to excel in the art of lumberjack beard crafting.
Andrew is what I would call a lumber sexual. So, this is your traditionally metrosexual guy who grows a big fancy beard and he pretends like he's cut wood before.
These two, I'm sure, will be going on a million more crazy adventures together, making sure we feel a little inferior because we're in Michigan, while they're off exploring the world, or the moon, or Mars, or wherever the hell they are. Because apparently Andrew travels for work.
If you don't know already, Andrew is a super important businessman who travels the world saving old disabled people from the terrors of healthcare. Like Adam said, we don't know what he really does. He provides robust healthcare reform solutions to state departments that could have been written by a drunk 10-year-old.
Holly and Andrew as a couple are obviously very, very adventurous in more ways than one.
They are total freakaliks. Total. I mean, they put the capital K in kinky, for sure.
But all jokes aside, this couple's one of the coolest, most loving, hilarious pair I know. And I'm getting serious again, but whatever. They know that marriage isn't something that's going to be easy, and they're really willing and excited to make it work. I love you both, but Lord help us when they decide to reproduce.